Hello, a very good morning to all of you guys. This is Kapil from La Paz, Bolivia. So, today I am going to show you a story which is happening across South Africa, which is facing a lot of xenophobic attacks. So, xenophobic attacks, these are hatred or, extreme form of, disliking to a particular group which is of foreign origin. So basically this is the any immigrants which come from surrounding countries or any of the countries, when they come to South Africa, they face a lot of xenophobic attack, disliking, hatred, racism on different aspects. The people of native of South Africa, they do not like the immigrants, and I want to show you what are the difficulties that the immigrant groups are facing. They're forced to sleep outside on the street, and hunger issues are there, their working issues are there, their any kind of disease can develop and prevail in that surrounding and spread. So hygiene issues are there, every children's are there, and people of you know uh, who are jubilated, retired peoples are there, different age groups are there. So security issues are more prominent. There are issues of their nutrition, their taking care of themselves. So just see this video and let me know your views.
Come straight away. I wouldn't last 10 minutes.
Je n'ai pas 10 minutes.
The government has condemned the attacks and promised action against those inciting violence, but for many, the daily fear remains.
So guys, what is actually happening there. In April May 2026, a citizen led movement which is called March and March, which advocates more stringent immigration enforcement, organized demonstrations against undocumented migrants in major cities including Pretoria, Johannesburg, and Durban, with violent and sometimes fatal results. So basically, this movement was against undocumented migrants which do not have legal documents to stay in the country. That was for this movement. On May 3rd, five Ethiopian migrants were killed in a series of xenophobic attacks in Johannesburg, three of whom were shot dead inside a McDonald's restaurant. A 43-year-old Cameroonian shop owner in Durban, who had lived in South Africa for nearly 20 years, reported that a group of approximately 10 men broke down his shop during the April 17 protest and attacked him. So, if we see the root cause, since 2024, South Africa's deteriorating socio-economic conditions, including an unemployment rate of over 43%, coincided with the rise of anti immigrant activism. Vigilant groups scapegoat foreign national as the cause of economic woes, poor service delivery, and crime. Despite studies that disprove these claims, Human Rights Watch warned that scapegoating migrant is driving violence, stressing that blaming migrants for crime, unemployment, and poor services, it risks depending risk of deepening xenophobia and undermining human rights protection. Now, international reaction. On April 27, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres expressed concerns over the xenophobic harassment, discrimination, and attacks. The African Commission on Human and People Rights called on the South African government to investigate the violence and ensure those responsible are held accountable. Now, Zimbabwe Minister of Justice said his country is monitoring the situation and engaging through diplomatic channel to assist Zimbabwean national which are facing due difficulties, you know, as these difficulties are straight from the housing, from the shelter, from the hunger, from medicines, taking care of children, giving them nutrition, giving them schooling, giving food, giving them nutrition, giving them taking care of their clothing needs, hygiene needs, simple like bath, taking a bath, or using toilets. So these all are, it's a issue of hygiene also, because this will raise situation where people do not have their people are not in hygienic condition. It will lead to diseases and may pertain to loss of life. So this is the basic crux that we have to help the people. I think, in my opinion, there are people who are undocumented. So what can be done? You get them legalized by having preparation of their papers, legal residency, all those paperworks. Provide them government support where it is necessary for schooling, for shelters, for food, and also the native origin people of South Africa. They have to support the immigrants also, because we are all one human race. So that's the basic crux. So I salute you guys for listening to my podcast and making a change in the society.